Now we're just trying to give the consumer a little bit more power when it comes to purchasing their corals. So in general, some corals are very easy to keep, and we label them as number 1 corals. Other corals are normally easy to keep, but not always, and we label them as number 2 corals. And other corals are very hard to keep, so we label them as number 3 corals. So when you come to Majestic Aquariums, you'll see a little scale, which is the coral codes. If you see a 1 next to the coral you're going to buy, then you can be pretty sure that it's not going to die unless you stuff it up. If you get a 2 next to the coral that you buy, then it's probably going to be okay, but I'm not going to promise you, because they might be a little bit more difficult, and usually there's reasons why they're more difficult, so it's worth asking that as well. And then if you see a 3 next to your coral, then we warn you not to buy it, because it's probably quite hard to keep, and you'd only want to buy it if you have a reason to believe that you can keep it. So in saying that, we're trying to make it as consumer knowledgeable as possible when buying your corals, because the worst thing we can do is try and sell you a whole bunch of corals that I can't keep, little what you keep, and good luck. We want to sell you corals that are in your confidence range. And the other thing we do here is I get the corals in, I mark them all at a premium price to try and make some money out of them. But if the corals don't sell that week, what I'll do is come along and put a slash through the price, or rub the price off and put a new lower price on it. Then if the corals don't sell that next week, I will come along again, and regardless of how good that coral looks, I will then put a slash through it or rub it off and put a cheaper price on it again. Because my aim is to turn over the corals, giving my customers a good regular range of new pieces of coral to see, and to ensure that corals don't get stuck in these systems for too long, where they can go home to a nice stable environment where they are going to be adequately cared for. So most of the corals get cared for very well here. They get adequate lighting, they get adequate nutrition, they get everything they need. But at the end of the day, I'm not here to keep coral, I'm here to sell it. So if you see a coral that you really like and you're not happy with the price, by all means just come back in next week, because the chances are, if I haven't sold that piece, you can get it next week at a lower price. And once again, we do match prices, so if you know you can get a similar piece somewhere else at a similar price, then just let us know, because we are keen to get your business. And if you want to come down and get several pieces of coral, and talk to us, because we're happy to come to the party and do what we can to get your business, and make sure you're happy with the products you're purchasing from us, and you're happy with the price that you're paying.